Welcome back to the one world chase, and they're already one on the board with the first delivery, and now needing 180 runs and 119 deliveries. And who's opened the innings? Tendulkar, Sachin Tendulkar and Namanoja. And Namanoja gets the first runs of the very first delivery from Venkatesh Prasad.
And somehow there are two balls on the field now, figuring out which one is the one that they are using it. Because Venki's got a ball. There was a ball in UV's hand as well. Naman took a single of the first ball. That brings Sachin on strike. Oh, Venkatesh Prasad bowling to Sachin. 2797 runs in 97 matches. But Sachin, he goes beyond numbers. His contribution to cricket is beyond numbers.
You said that. Beyond, far, far beyond numbers, Akash. Look at that. Immediate into position. Whips it away on the onside. Vintage Tendulkar opens his account with a single. 2 for no loss. This is going to be an awesome chase. If one ball get there, imagine 181. And if you can get that, it'll be a cracking cricket match that we've witnessed. Venkatesh Prasad. Once again, turned round the corner. Singles is the way in which runs are coming in this over. And that's a good way to get your eyes in and get started.
And that's how the world changes, actually. When these fast bowlers were young, they used to deceive people by pace. They're still doing the same, just the lack of it. Trying very hard for the ball to reach those 22 yards. It's not easy. The batters who've got it easy. You need to practice a little eye-hand coordination. You are all right.
Do I need to be told that a batter is talking to me?
I know. I changed a little when I started broadcasting.
Oh, that's the first scoring stroke, a big stroke. And that goes one bounce down to the long on boundary for 4. Namanoja getting the first boundary of the one world innings. And that takes one world now to 8 for no loss.
It seemed like a slower one on the pads. Kaya Antini was interested only for a little bit. Venki definitely was looking at it, looking at Antini. Why didn't you try a little more? Grunt reminds me of tennis more than cricket, actually. Venki, it's 9 without loss after 1.
It's our great man, Shamin Nawaz. You'll share the new ball. Well, he's got white hair, but I'm sure we're going to see something from him. 57 matches, 64 wickets. For a start, a wide. For a start, you mentioned about Venki giving a look to Makaya Antini saying, hey, you could have got closer. I mean, it could be this kind of a game, but when you've been a competitive cricketer, you don't want to give anything away, doesn't it, Akash?
Yeah, you don't. But Antini will be quick to remind the next time ball goes close to Venki. Bro, your turn now.
Yeah. Roles have reversed. Now I can look at you. Absolutely. But there's been so much of cheer on the ground, so much of cheer, so much of joy and happiness, which is the spirit of this game. So 1 wide and a dot for Shamin Nawaz to start off. He's gone over the top as he got the distance. Oh, it falls in no man's land and will be cut off. They'll take a couple. They take a couple for that. And that will take a 1 ball to 12 for no loss. Remember, they're chasing 182 for a victory over here.
Didn't really time that very well. Naman found the inside half of the bat. Therefore, didn't get the distance. But I'm waiting for Vas versus Tendulkar. Gets Sachin on strike. Sarka 2000, 2001. Chamundavas bowling to Sachin, bringing it in. Sachin flicking it off his legs. That's what I wanted.
What memories those? What memories those? Yes, yes. Vast to Tendulkar. Can he get that back into Tendulkar again?
No.
Once again, no run over there. So Vast to Tendulkar will have to wait for some time. Will we see that flick after so many years? All those contests bring back such great memories of cricket. So good over in the end by Vast. One more delivery to go. Just 3 runs. 3 more deliveries to go. There was a wide to start off with. 12 for no loss. Some slight readjustment being made in the field. And Tini coming closer at third man. And once again played with an angle bat down to point. No runs result. A loud no. There's a loud no from Tendulkar. So decisive. So good has been his running between the wickets. Sachin Tendulkar during his playing days, even now, knows exactly where there's a single or no.
Well, first it was all mind, but now there's a bit of body involved as well. You realize that, no, I'm not taking a chance. Let me be there for a little longer.
Shot lifting delivery, got some height off that. And a run in the bargain brings what we thought. But at the end of the over, we thought we'd probably see Vast versus Tendulkar, but that was the last delivery. We'll wait for that for some time. At the end of 2 overs, 13 for no loss. They're going at 6.5. They started off with the first over at 9 runs, and they're chasing little over 9. And it's Namanoja who's done the better of the scoring in the score. 10 of 10. And there you are, one family put a 180 for 6. And Maddie 51, Yusuf Pathan 38, the Yusuf Pathan of the old, Yuvraj of the old, 23 of 10. Kalu played a little cameo at the top, and some good bowling from Harbhajan and Panesar. And it's One World who are now 13 for no loss. And there will be Makaya Intini. We thought he would come into service, bowling operations. 61 matches for Makaya Intini. Remember his spell in the first IPL semi-final at the Wankhede Stadium. And that's down the leg side, called a wide.
Makaya Intini always bowled the corner of the crease, used the angle really well. In fact, Makaya Intini came to India with the under-19 South Africa team as well, all those years ago. Nanti Hayward, Makaya Intini, that was the first time I saw him bowl. I said, wow.
That's on the pad, has flicked away, and that will carry down to the boundary for the second boundary of the innings. Just the roll of the race, and it went in a flash to the boundary for 4.
Still got some pace. Since it was a full toss, made good use of it. Used that pace to his advantage. Namanoja got a boundary. Easy pickings.
Oh, this time he's found the spot between mid-wicket and along on down to the boundary for 4 more. Namanoja is starting off in a wonderful manner over here, giving a rollicking start to One World. He's 18, One World 22 for no loss. Remember, Naman is relatively younger to many of the others players out there in the middle, Akash.
And that helps. That shows. Kept wickets for 20 overs. Has come out to bat. Looks fresh. Looks in touch. Intini keeps drifting towards his legs. It's the angle that worked for him all those years. But now, it's finding it a little too difficult to find that off-stump line.
That roar should tell you who's on strike. Comms need not talk anything. Sachin Tendulkar and Makaya Intini. That's a much better delivery around that off stump. With an angle bat, runs it down to third man. Tendulkar is up to one more. 24 for no loss.
And that's the other thing that happens with Tendulkar. It happened while he was playing for India. It's happening now. Antony was drifting down the leg side while bowling to Naman. The moment there's Sachin Tendulkar on the crease, you bring the best out of you. You know that the world is watching, irrespective of the competitiveness of the game itself. Another single for Naman now. Sachin is 3 ball 3. 1 converted into 2. Lack on the field. One family team.
24 for no loss, 2.4 overs. Just with soft hands over there. That's played with an angle bat. They'll run through for 1. Even at this age, Sachin cashes on every opportunity to get a run. At the end of 3 overs, going at the rate they want, 1 world, 27 for no loss. $27 for no loss at the end of 3 overs. And first ball for fresh over, and they found the gap between point and cover down to the back foot point boundary for 4. Namanoja is really off to a wonderful start here. 25 of 16 and 1 ball, 31 for no loss.
He's timing the ball. He's also finding the gaps. Namanoja staying besides the ball. That's his way of operating. Once again, a similar kind of stroke attempted. Chamundavas on this occasion took the pace off the ball a little.
How much the game has changed, isn't it, Akash? That there was a time when it was pace, pace and more pace. Now cutting the pace in the ball is getting to be an increasingly a better weapon to get wickets. That's in the air and that's taken. That's taken. So that's the first wicket. Just 1-1 filled. That 1 ball are off to a good start. They've been stumped with this wicket. That's exactly what one family wanted. Namanoja, after a good start, has to take the long walk back to the pavilion.
It turned the bat face a little too soon. Got the leading edge. Re-home delivery for Yusuf Pathan. Didn't have to move an inch. Chamundavas taking wicket with the new ball, even now. Namanoja dismissed for 25. It's 31 for 1 for 1 world.
The glee and the joy on Chamundavas's face was something to be seen, isn't it, Akash? Even today, you get a wicket, you're so happy about it.
Once a cricketer, always a cricketer. 3,113 runs for Elviro Peterson. See, one thing has changed, which is the ego. I mean, you're okay with the hit because you know that the limbs are not as young as they used to be. You don't have the pace, the bowling doesn't have the teeth anymore. But then, you still want a wicket every now and then. Especially of a batter who has hit you for a couple of boundaries. Namanoja in this case was looking ominous. Got dismissed in this fashion. Maybe it was the lack of pace that did him in the end. Turned the bat face a little too soon.
Yes, Sachin on strike. And there's expectancy. Down the wicket he comes and rolls his head at the very last moment. Delectable flick Down to the fine leg boundary for 4.
Hands on head. He's seen it before. 20 years ago, that's exactly what Sachin was doing, facing up to Chaman Davas. This time, just a little shimmy down the pitch. Use the pace. Wonderful race. Sachin Tendulkar. Vintage Sachin. What a contest this one is. Vast to Sachin.
This time he gets it through between cover and point. Does it have legs?
Right then, we've got some great cricket action unfolding out there in the middle. But I have here with me the president of BCCI and, of course, the 1983 World Cup winning squad member, Roger Binney. Sir, pleasure to have you here with us. And what a fantastic initiative, One World, One Family Cup.
Yeah, it's just a tremendous slogan to have that one man, one family. You know, it's very catchy, and I think it will go on well with the public.
Absolutely, but the initiative that's being driven by the Global Humanitarian Mission, talking about children's nutrition, education, and welfare. And you have legends of the game who've come down here, yourself included, other members of the '83 World Cup winning team as well, just promoting the cause.
Yeah, it's a fantastic initiative taken up to especially the children's nutrition and medical, and there are so many things, and we are here to support it. Being a sportsman, we know what our requirement is for our country, and we look forward to look up to take this forward and carry it on from here.
Cricket's a sport that's followed religiously by millions across this country and millions across the globe, and when you have some of the finest taking the field out there to promote this cause, you do end up garnering the eyeballs and drive attention towards a very noble cause.
Yes, I mean, I think there's no other sport that can do this. Right?
Roger Binney there, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, we cut across to live action where there Venki puts in a dive. Has he been able to stop that ball? Let's go back to the comm box and find out more.
Yeah, that's gone down to the boundary. Venki really put all his effort behind that one, but what an effort there was from Alvido Peterson. Went over the top.
And this was Antini's turn now to give him a look. Could have done a little better, Venki. Tell you at the start. Don't chase the ball.
Tendulkar flick coming down the wicket to in the earlier over. They'll like to see some more. Oh, that's gone over the top. He's found the distance, has he? It'll go a few drops. Will it carry down to the boundary? No, it'll be... Yes, it does. Just has enough legs to carry down to the extra cover boundary for 4. That also brings up the 50 at the end of 5 overs. 51 for 1, One World. .130 needed of 90 deliveries now for One World. 181 is what they're chasing, and Naman Ojha gave them a good start. And you called it, didn't you, Akash, some time back? You said there'll be a chance for Shamin Davas to give a look to Venki. It happened in the last ball.
This was another brilliant shot by Sachin. Mere extension of the arms. They say it's easy. It's easier said than done. Makhaya and TD bowling to Tendulkar, pitched Fuller outside off, taking the aerial route. Was got a bit more air than the distance, but a boundary nevertheless. Brings the bowling chain, Jason Krejza, the off-spinner from Australia. 30 matches, 30 wickets in T20 career. Made his test debut in India as well, if I remember correctly. Picked up a lot of wickets and conceded a lot of runs. I think Yuvraj Singh also played that game.
He had a very interesting debut, did Jason Krejza in India years back. You're right, spot on. That the last ball was the boundary of Tendulkar, but the ball prior to that, I was talking about the one you called, that look from Shamin Davas to Venki, as that's well tossed up and the controlled drive down to mid-wicket. The amble across for a run, Tendulkar, right from ball one, is into his groove, is 16 of 8. Now to the strike of the off spinner. Jason Cresser. There's a paddle sweep, they appeal, but a good stop there. And a diving attempt, and also prevents what could have been otherwise a boundary for sure, restricted to just a single.
Sachin has just reminded Jason that it is LBW, leg before the wicket, not bat before the wicket. The ball never touched my leg guard.
He's gone over the top this time, Alvido Peterson. He's got the distance, 6 runs. Down the wicket he came, got under the ball and got the distance and the elevation. Always a pleasure to see batters using their feet.
And Elviro, he's imposing himself on the one family bowling lineup. He's not shy of using the feet, even against the faster bowlers. Did that to Mackay and Tini in the previous over, took the aerial route as well. It's apparent that Elviro Peterson, like Darren Maddy, like Yusuf Pathan, is still in good touch. He is playing competitive cricket somewhere for sure, and it shows when he's batting here. 7 ball 15.
Brings the great man back to strike. Goes after it, and this time goes over the boundary at long on for a 6. Tendulkar's first 6. Got right under it, knew exactly what he was doing, picked his spot, and brings up a 6 to the absolute delight of this crowd.
Mid-on fielder inside the circle. Last over of the power play. Picked his play, chose his spot. First 6 by Sachin.
66 for 1, 11.3. They are off to a flyer here. One world. A rollicking start. This over by Jason Cresser has already cost him 15. One delivery to come. That's turned round the corner. You got the 6. That's the maturity of Tendulkar right throughout his career. Just a single. 67 for 1 at the end of 6. One of the objectives of this game is the focus on healthcare. That's the video showing you all the great job that's being done. The Satya Sai University. And that's the state-of-the-art hospital and that's all the medical initiatives. The free medical college for the first time. And there were all the nutrition also a part of the activities for the underprivileged. Education, another major initiative there for the underprivileged. Such a noble cause. One world, one family. And that is what this is all about. Yuvraj Singh, remember, the player of the series in 2011 World Cup, and his bowling had a lot to do with that. 232 matches, 80 wickets, 7.47, and a best of 4 for 29. And it's Yuvraj Singh versus Sachin Tendulkar. Couldn't get better.
Two absolute legends. Partha Patel just inquired, ensured that the umpire doesn't give it a wide. Did it kiss the pads? Maybe it did, just a little.
Thick outside edge on that occasion will be cut off inside the 30-yard at third man. Goes for run. They had a lovely banter in there, the toss, Yuvraj Singh and Sachin Tendulkar, and it'll be interesting to see how they come up against each other on the field of play on the 22 yards.
They love each other to bits. Dear friends. A lot of mutual respect. They look after each other's back. That's Sachin and Yuvi. Neighbors as well. Don't live too far away from each other in Mumbai. I have a feeling that Sachin is best not using the feet, dancing down the pitch against Yuvraj. But let's see. Who am I?
A single for that. Off the back foot, punched into the covers. Yes, I remember Sachin saying in the toss that I will bowl when UB doesn't bat. On this occasion, he's batting and UB is bowling to him. This time, though, it's Peterson. Once again, a single. So runs coming in singles in this over. 4 singles.
You don't need more if you've had such an explosive power play overs. 6.5 overs, 71 for 1. You're nicely placed, chasing 180. You're well on course with 9 wickets in hand.
Absolutely, Akash. And this time he goes over the top. One bounce will be cut off by Antini. Just a run. At the end of 7 overs, 72 for 1. Used to close to just 8.4. A wonderful start here for One World. Really a breezy start. And who else but Tendulkar entertaining the audience over here with 27 or 1.5 as Tendulkar was not ready over there for the first ball from Muttiah Muralidharan. They've faced each other, battled it against each other during their prime time, and it's nice to see them back. The man with 800 wickets. As Tendulkar comes down the wicket, hoists it hard and high. There's a man getting under it. Does he take it? Yes, he does. This round of battle goes to the man with 800 test wickets, Muttiah Muralidharan. He tossed it up. Tendulkar came down the wicket, but holed out to long on. And it's all in good fun. Tendulkar is happy at 72 for 2 as I welcome into my con box my friend Maninder Singh. Mani, welcome back. And Tendulkar just makes his way back.
Yeah, look at that delivery. Flighted delivery, wanted to play it over the long on fielder. Couldn't time it too well. And Muralidharan, he did have something special about him, and we can see that now as well. Sachin Tendulkar gone for 27 of 16 deliveries, but I think he's done his job. He's given his team a good start.
Absolutely. When you're chasing 9 and you're off to a good start, your required run rate has been brought down to 8.5. You've really given your side a good start. Now Manoja and Sachin Tendulkar, and both of them have contributed significantly. 72 for 2 of 7.1. And it's Upul Taranga who comes in. Upul Taranga, the former Sri Lankan, whom we know can also hit the long ball. Alvido Peterson is off to a good start. 143 matches, 3,711 runs. That's the strike rate I was talking about. 127, 20 50s and 300s, and a best of 124. That's Upul Taranga for you. And Alvido Peterson, as I said, is off to a good start. 17 of 9. A strike rate of 189. But with 2 wickets now, one family will feel that they're back in the game. Muralidharan this time to Upul Taranga, has whipped him away down to long on for a single. There's always a single in such kind of a stroke. 73 for 2.
Flighted delivery, inviting Sachin Tendulkar to play a big shot. Accepts the invitation, but not successful in what he wanted to do. And you could see that smile on Muralidharan's face. He always used to have that smile. Had 800 times in Test match cricket, meaning he had 800 wickets in Test cricket. Wow.
800 wickets. There was a time in cricket when if you took 300, 350 wickets, 400 wickets, it used to be considered huge. This man got 800. Absolutely money.
KK, there was a time if you took 200, it was considered huge. But this man, his belly was always empty.
Wanted more and more, and always had a smile on his face. Many people called him a smiling assassin in that sense. The reverse sweep comes into picture and he's found his spot. This will carry down to the boundary for 4. 79 for 2 with that.
Alvido Peterson has been very positive since the time he came to the crease. He's always looking to score runs for his team. He knows that the team requires 9 runs and over to win the game. Batting on 22 now of just 11 deliveries.
They got the one, and that's a good call, a good response. They convert that 1.5 to 2. At the end of 8 overs, chasing 182, they are 81 for 2.
Center. Next jump.
One bowler 81 for 2 after 8 overs. One family was 72 for 1. So 9 runs more, but the 1 wicket more also. And they're chasing 181. 100 of 72 deliveries. And who else than Maninder Singh will know when that gets to double figures, the batting side feels so much better. First ball of a fresh over that's been cut away. Will be cut off, just a single. It's Yuvraj Singh continuing bowling operations. Yes, when it comes down to double figures, you feel so much better when you're chasing, isn't it, Mani?
Yes, but this is T20 cricket and you can never feel comfortable in T20 cricket because 2 wickets from here and it could be pressure for the team chasing.
Yuvraj flatter through there, that's turned round the corner, get a single for that. 83 for 2 with that. Peterson is 25, brings Upul Taranga to strike of Yuvraj Singh. Batter through the air, outside edge this time will carry down to the boundary as fine as you can have it. Down to the boundary for 4. Peterson won't mind that.
I'm sure Sachin Tendulkar sitting in the dressing room in the dugout wouldn't mind it. That was Upul Tharanga trying to play towards it off. But this is T20 cricket. Runs should come and another boundary. You don't mind how they come, but this time it was intentionally played, opened the face of the bat, used the pace of the ball, placed it between the short third and the point fielder for another boundary.
Very well timed, absolutely right. Look at that again. Opened the face of the blade at the last moment. Picked a spot, timed it to perfection for 4. Well tossed up by way of variation by Yuvraj. Beats him outside the off stump. That's what variation could do. A couple of them were flashes through the air. Well tossed up, and Tharanga a little bit caught napping. 91 for 2, 8.5. Ball of Yuvraj is over. 10 in this over so far. Flashes through the air. Turn round the corner. They get 1 for that. They're calling for the 2, which they say no in the end. Correctly so. They could have been a danger. At the end of 9 overs, 92 for 2. One of the objectives of this One World, One Family is nutrition to the malnourished, underprivileged children. Serving 3 million children. Unbelievable. And 3 million children every day. Nutritious food. Everything free of cost. You know. And as they say, only dil, no bill. Brilliant. And look at those children. And this will do all these children a world of good. First ball of a fresh over. Then turned around the corner by Tharanga for a single. Takes it to 94 for 2.
You're talking about that nutrition initiative. What a selfless job. What a selfless service. I'm so impressed. That's Madhusudan Sai, whose initiative this is. But amazing, amazing. What an atmosphere. When our car was coming into this compound, it was so peaceful. And as I grew to know about the initiative taken by Guruji, you knew where the energy was coming from.
The right word there, Manipa, is absolutely, you felt blessed to be here. And that's the kind of environment that's been created because of the noble intent, the selfless sacrifice, and all the 3 pillars, as you earlier on said in commentary after this delivery. Oh, there's a loud appeal as he got it outside edge. No, says the umpire. So Peterson survives. Yes, the 3 initiatives: nutrition, healthcare, and education. That's what builds the future for young children. That's exactly. They're actually developing a generation for the future.
Yes, and that's what gives them security as well, which is very important in life, you know, because if you feel secured, then you can do good things. And when you learn from when you're a child what happens here, then you also want to do it because it gives you such a lot of pleasure. Honestly, I've been thinking that if I could help somebody, I'm going to do that when I go back from here, because that is what you get from here.
97 for 2 after 10. For 2 after 10. So at one point in time the run rate was over 11.3. So the last 3 or 4 overs have pegged back One World, and this is getting to be a much better contest between bat and ball. Still 84 of 60 is definitely gettable in modern day cricket, but remember These are players who are playing well past their prime, but yet what an exhibition of cricket that we've had so far in these 30 overs of cricket that we've seen. Jason Kreza from this end of the ground now. A controlled drive to a well-tested ball. Down to long on to Makaya Ntini. Brings up one more to Upal Taranga. Takes him to 16 of 11. Peterson is 27 of 16. 98 for 2. 83 needed in 59.
It's very gettable. Very gettable, but as you said, they're retired cricketers, not playing cricket regularly. But in T20 cricket, we've seen things change very quickly. Jason Kreza bowling round the wicket. And the batsman on the non-striker end was also standing on the same side. There's something going on there. Somebody was moving around the side screen. Do you want to believe that, KK?
It's all a part of the fun. It's all the part of the psychology also. They haven't lost that. A trifle short, and that's whipped away down to mid-wicket. They go for run and they go for the second. Tell me that they've retired some time back. How quickly did they take that second?
But look at both of them. They're looking, I'm talking about the batters. They both look very fit. And the moment he played the shot, Peterson, when they ran the first one, he knew that they were going to go for 2. Using his speed. Kreza was a bowler who always flighted the ball. Had a wonderful tour of India. In his first test match, he got 12 wickets. I got mistaken somewhere. I thought it was 6 and 6, but somebody told me it was 8 in the first innings and 4 in the second.
Either ways, it's 12 in the match. It is a good start anyways. And, you know, I want to come back to what you said at the end of the last over. You said, you know, this initiative after coming here, each one of us is motivated. Can we do something like this in life? And that's the biggest take home for all of us.
Well, I can talk about myself. I can't do anything near this. But just a little bit if you could do. You know, even if you can contribute towards education of, you know, people serving you in your house, that could be big enough. Looking after their education, that could be big enough.
That single ends over number 11, 101 for 2. Chasing 181 to win. And yes, Manipa, you said it so well. We can start in a slow manner, but a sure manner. Can we take care of the people who serve us in our homes, in our societies, close around in the neighborhood on a day-to-day basis, take care of their children, take care of their education, maybe even their nutrition, give them, you know, better quality food, the nutritious food that's talked about these days, the right kind of food, and also take care of their healthcare, which is so important, and maybe, you know, subsidize or take care of their healthcare.
Yes, I think we should realize that even if we hadn't come here. But this is such a place, as I was talking about, KK, I was talking about the energy here. That energy awakens your mind and tells you that you could do it.
Down the wicket with aggressive intentions with Upal Taranga, but that great man, seeing him come down the wicket, Murli holds that back, and Taranga has to be content with a gentle push on the onside, gets a single. This is getting to be an interesting contest now. It's back to where it started. The required run rate is 9.09, and that's been pulled away around the corner. Will it carry down to the boundary? No, it'll be cut off. Cut off inside the long leg boundary. They scream through for 2. Good running between the wickets, and that will take the score to 105 to 2. This is getting to be interesting, Manipa. At one point in time, the required run rate was down to around 8.2. It's back to around 9 now. That's where they started off from.
Yeah, but just a couple of good overs and that 9 could come down to 7.58. We've seen that so many times in T20 cricket. One over can change the complexion of the game.
Also, the departure of Tendulkar probably propels these two, Peterson and Taranga, that let's occupy the crease for some time and then we can do the big hitting a little later. That's been punched away past the cover. There's a man at sweeper cover. Just the one. Talking of tonking, we would, if all of us can do tonking in way of the noble activities once we get back, that's what we were talking about. I mean, this visit would be really blessed. As here is Muralidharan once again, back of a length, turn round the corner. They want to run. Tanga says no, rightly so. And 6 runs in that Murali over. Murali 1 for 20 of 3 at the end of 12 overs, 107 for 2. And 74 needed of 48. Raman Banot as another dignitary. Let's go down. Take it away, Raman.
That's a perfect platform for us here. And who better than the man who's been one of the legends of that 1983 World Cup winning team, Krishnamachari Shrikant, sir, here with us, sir. Great initiative. Just talk to us about your presence here in supporting the cause.
See, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Swamiji Madhusudan Sai because, frankly, thanks to him, we're all here, and thanks to Sunil Gavaskar, Sunny, thanks a lot, Sunny. Thanks to him, we're all here for this one World, One Family Cup. Frankly, the 83 World Cup members are here. And the whole idea is, I've gone to one of his functions in the past when Sunil Gavaskar asked me to go to a function in Coimbatore. So I had a one-to-one session with the Swamiji along with some public, and it was a fantastic experience, I should say. And you should see the kind of good work they're doing. Nutrition, education, and healthcare is their main motto. And they spend a lot. They don't want any child to go, unfed. That's right thing. So they want to feed all the poor children and educate everybody. And nutrition, as you know, today is the buzzword going around. And of course, healthcare, free healthcare. And Sachin very rightly said in the speech, he said he had gone to the hospital in Bombay, fantastic hospital. And he said, well, the only thing missing was the cashier's desk. So that's something fantastic. So Sunny also spoke very well. But Swamiji Madhusudan Sai's blessings are always there for all of us, all the people who are watching. And I believe that, today's Guruvar. They say in Sanskrit, they say Guruvar, and it's a Thursday today, and very auspicious for anybody. Guru, it's a day for the Gurus, I'll put it that way. And so coming here and participating in this event where you have 2 teams playing, international cricketers, Sachin captaining one side, UV captaining other side. It's a great thing. Great to see Yusuf Pathan. Man, that guy is hitting sixes like anything, my dear friend. He's the same old Yusuf Pathan. I guess he should be in one of the IPL teams.
Well, nothing's changed, and nothing's changed in terms of the love people have for these legends, legends on the field, and the 83 legends who are there in the IP box.
Yeah, that's right. I think we're all enjoying it. We saw Roger Binny there, Kirmani, Kirti Azad, Sunil Walson, Sandhu, Gavaskar, Marshall. And the most important thing is coming back to the kind of all the good work they do. I think it's something amazing, dear viewers. You should understand this. The kind of money they spend, the kind of money people donate, and everything runs on donations, you see. And a lot of people donate, and there are a lot of people who come from every different parts of the world and come for this good cause. Because they all love the cause. The cause is nutrition, education, healthcare, which is very, very important in our country.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much for speaking with us, and thank you so much for your presence here.
Yeah, and time with Arvind Adisula, 1996 World Cup champion. So you see, you have all the champions here.
Absolutely, sir. Well, on a side note, I was really grateful to Aravinda because he got my sunglasses that I left back at the hotel. Just a little side story there. But over to you guys in the commentary box.
Thank you, Chika. Yes, he said Guruvar is such an auspicious day, and that's a well-flighted ball right in the block hold, I thought. A good over from Jason Kresa, just 7 at the end of 13 overs, 114 for 2, required rate of 9.35, 67 of 43.
I think you're at point.
So Murli into his 4th straight over. This time Alviro Peterson takes the aerial route, one bounce down to the square leg boundary for 4. And Manipa, I think Peterson has decided now, let's go after it. We need to get some runs.
Yes, his intent was very clear from the time he came onto the crease. Started scoring runs. Didn't want to waste any time. Realized that it was a big total that they were chasing. And he's not lost an opportunity of scoring runs. And the best thing about his batting has been running between the wickets. This also, he's taken 2 runs there. First run ran fast. So the intent has been right on the spot.
They took a few overs after Tendulkar departed, but they're back amongst the runs now. That's whipped away for a run. 7 runs and 3 deliveries already in this over. So this has been a good start to the over. Murli's 4th one here. 1 for 27. 3.3. The great man, as we said, 800 test wickets. Can you believe it? Yes, but he's got 800. And he's got 800 on his jersey. He did that during his playing days as well. And why not?
And in his last test match. He had already said, this is my last test match. And he was, I think, 8 odd wickets away. And he got them.
Yes, absolutely. Well said, Manipa. Absolutely. He was 8 odd wickets away. He said, I'll get it. Wore that 800 and got the 800. That tells you the confidence of the man. Peterson on 42. 8 short of what will be a 50. Well compiled 50 for him. 1-2-2 for 2. Murli, and that was just in that spot. Peterson thought he was under the ball, but Murli held that back well with all his experience, and Peterson wrapped on the pad, so a dot ball in the bargain.
He was a genius. Genius. Just a single of the last delivery. So after 1423 for 2.
Those are the partnerships. Namanoja and Tendulkar 31 of 23. Peterson and Tendulkar 41 of 22. And Peterson and Tharanga going strong. They've brought up the 50 partnership in the last over. 51 of 42. Jason Kraser continues bowling operations now in his 4th over. Turned round the corner for a single.
KK, the amazing thing that has happened in this game is everybody has been talking about the surface, the pitch that they're playing on. It's pretty hard. It's got live grass on it. Only one seam bowler has completed his 4 overs, and that's RP Singh. Otherwise, Harbhajan Singh bowled his 4 overs. The off spinner, Monty Panesa, gave only 12 runs of his 4 overs and got a wicket. Oh, what a hit! What a hit! Lovely use of the feet right from the middle of the blade. Over the long on for a 6, Upul Tharanga. Kreza is bowling his 4th over, and Muralidharan has completed his 4 overs.
Go fetch it! Go fetch it! Tharanga says down the wicket, arms hard and high. Over long on for a 6. 130 for 2 now. Yes, indeed. Great observation there, Manipa. Oh, that should be a stumping. Well bowled, Jason Kraser. Seeing Upul Tharanga coming down. Push that ball wide and stump beautifully there. And that's one more wicket down for one world.
That's smart bowling. Upul Tharanga, before the ball was released, was out of his crease. And look at him, so happy. Because he saw him, bowled it wide outside the off stump. And Parthiv Patel making no mistake there. 29 of 20 deliveries, Upul Tharanga, but he's done his job. 131 for 3-1 work.
And so often, when you think a batter out, it gives you greater joy than actually getting him out, doesn't it, Manipa?
Anyway, so Sachin Tendulkar was on the non-striker end and he was hiding the ball. So both of them didn't know whether he was going to bowl an outswinger or an in-swinger, and Sachin Tendulkar was on the non-striker end, and he told Rahul Dravid, if I keep the bat in the left hand, that means it's outswing. If I keep the bat in the right hand, that means it's an in-swing. And the bowler didn't know about it. So this game is all about how do you outthink your opposition.
Absolutely right. I think it was Chris Keynes on that occasion. Probably that. Yes, it was Chris Keynes. I remember that incident. And at some point in time, we'll come to that story later. Jason Fraser, and that's well tossed up. Should be a single there for sure. And at some point in time in that over, Chris Keynes got to know about it. And he started asking them, what the hell are you guys doing this over here?
Yes, I agree with you. That was Chris Keynes. I was missing out the name of the bowler.
Should be a single over there. And we have Raman Barnot with none other than Sunil Gavaskar. Let's go down. Raman, take it away.
An exciting run chase in progress, but I have here with me SMG sir here. Sunny sir, what a fantastic initiative and the cricket team to promote a wonderful cause.
Yes, I think when India got the G20 presidency last year, and the theme was One World, One Family, the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji was, very keen on developing on that theme, and I think that's the inspiration for this game, because at the end of the day, wherever we live, whichever part of the world we live, which country we are, what color we are, what race we are, what faiths that we have, at the end of the day we are all humans, and if we can live together like a family, like we look after each in our family, we want everybody to be happy. If not successful, at least everybody to be happy. So that's the idea itself was such a wonderful idea, and so taking inspiration from that, trying to organize a cricket game, because cricket is a game which is popular in our country, and it can help spread the message through a game like this. So that really was the inspiration and the idea, and of course then with the blessings of Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai to give me the go ahead to organize this was something I do believe that it's a blessing.
So the world needs to know the kind of work that's being done by this by the Global Humanitarian Mission for educating, for the nutrition of children and for their healthcare.
Yes, I think, and it's all free. That's the thing that not a lot of people perhaps are aware of. I'm probably more involved on the health side, as far as being on the trustee board of the Heart to Heart Foundation, which is trying to create awareness of children born with congenital heart defects, and for whom there is totally free, of course, surgery, totally absolute. So when the parents come, and child is taken for the procedure. So you have this whole. I mean, it's such a emotional experience. I can tell you, and to be able to do all these surgeries, I think we've done probably over the last years with the hospitals that have come up in Palwal, in New Mumbai, in Chhattisgarh, New Raipur. So it's been absolutely fun. We've done about 26,000 surgeries, and plenty still left to be done. So that's just the health sector. Like I said, only they'll no bill. There's no cash counter in any of these. Then the free medical for the education, free medical college coming here just around the corner from where we are playing this game. Totally free for rural children. Yes. Totally free, because rural children cannot afford to pay for medical education. And then of course the Annapurna Trust, which is providing nutrition for I think almost 3 million people, 3 million children. Because yes, there is the midday meal, but when children go, and children often are, sometimes their parents go to work very early. They don't have any breakfast. So these are things that when you look at this, and if you can make a small contribution, it's very fulfilling.
So it's a wonderful, wonderful initiative, and you've actually explained the entire plethora of activities that are being carried out here. And I'm sure it's all free. So the fact that it's all being funded through charitable donations and the work makes it even more commendable.
Absolutely. I think, everybody keeps asking, how do you manage it? I mean, not me asking Sadhguru. But it is, the love of the people around. And that is where the One World, One Family comes in. Because there are so many people who make donations, not knowing where that money is going. But that money goes to, save a child's life, to feed a child, to educate a child. So it just happens. And, so there are people around. It's just that we want that, that circle to be expanded. So there'll be a lot more happiness, a lot more good health, and a lot more educated people.
Absolutely, sir. It's not just about changing the fortunes of one person, but an entire generation when the child is fed, nurtured, educated, and then given a chance at employment as well.
Yes, absolutely. I think, the whole idea is that, we're trying to spread happiness as much as possible. And of course, everybody, you, I, everybody, we are all looking for, good health. When you have good health, there is happiness straight away comes through. And I think that's probably primary. And children in particular, because they have such a hope. I mean, there's a whole life to live there. They can change the world. The children can change the world if you can, maybe press upon them the virtues of, one world, one family. We could actually have a situation where the whole world is one family.
Absolutely, sir. And they say you never charge from family. Therefore, as you said, the term that you coined, no bill, all dil. Thank you so much, Sunny, sir.
Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Back to action from the commentary box.
Thank you, Sunny Bhai, for that wonderful message and the term that you've coined. Yes, no bill, only dil. And already 26,000 complicated cardiac surgeries, babies, infants have lived a new life, and they'll have a great life forward. And education, nutrition, healthcare, those are the pillars for children. Virtually a new generation has been created of children in the underprivileged. You will see a better cardiac surgeries, babies, infants have lived a new life, and they'll have a great life forward. And education, nutrition, healthcare, those are the pillars for children. Virtually a new generation is being created of children in the underprivileged. You will see a better day tomorrow. That's the whole mission. And with the blessings of Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba, and here the blessings of Sadhguru Madhusudan Sai. What a great initiative. Repeat and roll the stress into that one, gets down to the boundary for 4. 1 point in time, I told them, but that was timed to perfection. And that's Peterson's 53 of 38, 144 for 3.